In the quiet town of Matera, nestled among the ancient stone dwellings of southern Italy, there was a tale whispered among the villagers, one of terror, faith, and the unbreakable bond of family. The year was 1895, and two brothers, identical twins, were at the center of this dark and haunting legend. Their names were Luca and Enzo Maltini, known to the townsfolk as the Maltini twins. Born under a rare celestial alignment, the twins shared an extraordinary connection. They could sense each other's pain, feel each other's emotions, and sometimes even finish each other's thoughts. To many, this bond was seen as a blessing, a sign of something divine. But to others, it was a doorway to something far darker, something unnatural. In the spring of that year, Luca and Enzo began to change. At first it was subtle, faint whispers in the night, strange bruises that appeared without cause, and erratic moods. Then came the voices. The boys spoke in languages no one could recognize, languages that seemed ancient and vile. Objects around them would move on their own, and violent outbursts became more frequent. Their mother, Maria Maltini, a devout Catholic, grew desperate and sought the help of the local priest, Father Angelo. Upon his first visit to the Maltini home, Father Angelo immediately sensed a dark presence. The twins were not just troubled boys, they were possessed. But this was no ordinary possession. The demon, or demons, within them were playing a cruel game. They would jump from one brother to the other, never staying in one host long enough for Father Angelo to begin an exorcism. The bond between the twins seemed to give the demon a unique power, allowing it to exploit their connection. Father Angelo, despite his years of experience, knew he was facing something beyond his understanding. He turned to an ancient, secret text kept in the Vatican's archives, known only to a select few. This text, the Codex Daemonium, described a rare and dangerous phenomenon: dual possession. It was said that when two souls were bound as closely as the Maltini twins, a demon could jump between them like a flickering flame, evading capture and resisting expulsion. The Codex warned that exorcising such a demon would require extraordinary measures. The priests would not only need to break the demon's hold on both brothers simultaneously, but would also need to trap it in a physical vessel, a vessel that was neither alive nor dead. For months, Father Angelo and a small group of priests from across Italy performed the exorcism rites. The ordeal was grueling. Every time they began the prayers, the demon would shift from Luca to Enzo, then back again. The boys' bodies were racked with pain, their eyes glowing with an unnatural light as the demon mocked the priests, switching hosts with ease. The demon spoke through the brothers, taunting those around it, using both Luca and Enzo's voices in a hideous, overlapping chorus. It told the priests of their futile efforts, boasting of its eternal power. Each time the priests gained ground, the demon slipped away into the other twin, laughing, its hold on the boys deepening with every failed attempt. As the exorcism dragged on for weeks, then months, the town of Matera was consumed with fear. Some believed the boys were already lost, that their souls were forever bound to the devil. Others whispered of the twins' connection, that perhaps their bond was not just a gift, but a curse from the start. Father Angelo, exhausted and losing hope, knew they needed a way to break the cycle. According to the Codex, the only way to capture such a demon was to force it into a state of confusion by severing its connection with the twins and trapping it in a vessel. But there was a catch. The vessel could not be a living being. It needed to be something suspended between life and death. The priests realized they needed a corpse. As unholy as it sounded, there was no other option. Father Angelo enlisted the help of a gravedigger, and under the cover of night, they unearthed a recently deceased man, barely cold in his grave. The priests brought the body into the Maltini home, and in a last, desperate attempt, the final exorcism began. The prayers were more intense than ever. The air in the room crackled with dark energy, and the demon, sensing the trap, grew more violent. It thrashed Luca and Enzo about, forcing them to attack the priests and each other. But as the exorcism reached its crescendo, the priests performed a ritual from the Codex, designed to confuse the demon. They spoke in tongues, disrupting its sense of control. In a moment of rage and disorientation, the demon leaped from both brothers at once and into the corpse. The dead body, now animated by the demon's presence, began to convulse and rise, its eyes glowing with an eerie green light. It was neither alive nor dead, but something in between, a puppet for the demon's malice. It snarled, twisted its body unnaturally, and tried to speak, but Father Angelo wasted no time. With holy water and fire, they destroyed the vessel, trapping the demon in the body as it burned. As the flames consumed the corpse, the demon screamed, its voice echoing through the walls of the Maltini home. The sound was not of this world, and when it finally fell silent, the air was thick with the stench of sulfur and ash. The ordeal was over. The twins, though freed from the demon's grasp, were never the same. Their bond had been permanently scarred by the possession. They spoke little of what they had endured, and the townspeople, while relieved, remained wary of them. The Maltini name became synonymous with the devil's work, and the family eventually left Matera, disappearing from public life. As for the secret codex, it was locked away once more, its dark knowledge hidden from the world. But whispers of the Maltini twins and the demon's game lingered for generations, a chilling reminder of the thin veil between the human soul and the darkness that seeks to consume it. In time, the tale of the burning corpse would be told as the story of a modern-day zombie, a body that walked in death. But to those who knew the truth, it was something far more terrifying, the price of dual possession and the bond that defied even the forces of hell.